They don't scream, they don't confess, they don't beg for forgiveness. They ask questions, quiet, calculated questions, drenched in fake innocence. And somehow you end up feeling guilty. Not them, you. You catch them red-handed, and suddenly, you're the villain. You're overthinking. You're crazy. You're too emotional. Sound familiar? If it does, that's not an accident. That's design. Because the most dangerous liars don't just deceive you, they reshape your perception of reality until you can't trust your own mind anymore. And they do it through questions. Not just any questions, but weaponized phrases soaked in guilt, confusion, and reverse psychology, engineered to make you feel like you're the one who owes them an apology. You'll hear these questions when someone's back is against the wall, when the truth is clawing its way to the surface, and they'll say anything to bury it again. This video is not just a breakdown, it's a spotlight. We're going deep into the 5 psychological defense questions liars use to manipulate, control, and escape accountability. And once you recognize them, you'll never unsee them again. This is about awareness, power, boundaries, and reclaiming your ability to walk away without second-guessing what you know in your bones, because you don't need proof to trust your gut. You need clarity. Let's begin. 1. Do you really think I'd do that to you? That sentence is dripping with fake pain. It pretends to be offended, but it's not grief. It's strategy. When someone says this, they're not defending themselves. They're attacking your trust in your own intuition. They're not denying what they did. They're shaming you for seeing it. It's subtle, a guilt trap, a performance that says, "How dare you think that about me?" even though they're exactly the type of person who would do what you just accused them of. It's a Jedi mind trick for people with unresolved trauma. Because if you're someone who values loyalty, empathy, and connection, this hits you like a punch in the chest. You start to doubt yourself. You rewind every memory. You wonder if you're being too harsh. You worry that maybe, just maybe, you're the problem. That's the trap. The best lies are the ones that sound like guilt-tripping love. But you have to remember, if they really respected you, you wouldn't even be in this position. People who value you don't put themselves in situations where you're forced to question their integrity in the first place. So next time someone says, "Do you really think I'd do that to you?" ask yourself, why do I even have to wonder? 2. Would I really risk losing you over a lie? This one is a psychological poker move. They're playing on risk versus reward, hoping you'll see them as too smart to lie. But here's the catch. People don't lie because it makes sense. They lie because it's easy, because it keeps the peace, because it gets them what they want without paying the price, because they think you'll forgive them again. This question is supposed to make the lie seem illogical. But if lying always made logical sense, everyone would be a terrible liar. That's not how human behavior works. We lie when we want 2 things at once: the benefits of deception and the comfort of your loyalty. They lie because they know they can get away with it. And if they ask this question, they still believe they can. This question is never about you. It's about how blind they think you still are. So when you hear it, don't answer. Just observe. Because if they really feared losing you, they would have been honest before you ever had to ask. 3. Can you prove I'm lying? Now the mask comes off. This is the moment they stop pretending. They're not looking for understanding. They're looking for technicalities. They're not asking you to believe in them. They're asking if you have receipts. This is a question asked by people who care more about being caught than being clean. Let's be honest. When someone's truly innocent, they're confused, hurt, and eager to clear it up. When someone's guilty, they're calm, cold, calculated, because in their head they're thinking, "You can't prove it, I win." But you don't need proof to trust your gut. You don't need evidence to protect your peace. You don't need a screenshot to feel that something is off. The gut never lies. It's your mind that gets manipulated. The moment someone tries to turn your relationship into a courtroom, you've already lost the connection. Now it's just performance. And if they're more focused on covering tracks than building trust, you already know the truth. 4. Why would I lie about something like that? This question plays on scale. They want you to believe the lie was too small to matter. But liars don't lie because something is important. They lie because something is inconvenient. The truth is heavy. It forces confrontation. It forces accountability. It forces them to face the version of themselves they pretend doesn't exist. So they lie to avoid discomfort, even about small things, especially about small things, because those are the lies that condition you. the ones that slowly bend your reality until you don't even notice the manipulation anymore. He who lies in little things will lie in great things. This question is meant to make you feel irrational for being hurt, but feelings don't respond to logic. They respond to energy, to intuition, to truth. And if someone has to make you feel stupid for confronting them, they're not trying to clear things up. They're trying to get off clean. 5. Why are you bringing this up now? The timing trap. This one hits especially hard because it's an emotional deflection disguised as curiosity. You've been holding something in for days, maybe weeks. You've replayed every detail. You finally find the courage to say something, and they hit you with this, now. Seriously, you're bringing this up now? It's not just avoidance. It's a calculated attempt to make you feel like you're too sensitive, too dramatic, too late. But what they really mean is, I thought you forgot. I hoped it wouldn't resurface. I was counting on your silence. This question is a dead giveaway. Not just that they lied, but that they hoped you were too emotionally exhausted to call it out. They don't fear your anger. They fear your clarity. Bring it up. Bring it up even if it's been 6 months. Bring it up even if they roll their eyes. Because the moment someone makes you feel ashamed for wanting honesty, you already have your answer. The final mirror. Liars don't just deceive, they reprogram. They twist love into guilt, questions into traps, and trust into emotional debt. They don't need to lie for years. They just need to confuse you long enough that you stop trusting yourself. They plant just enough doubt that you begin to rewrite your own memories, re-explaining what your intuition already told you was real. But here's the harsh truth. You don't need a confession to walk away. You don't need evidence to rebuild your peace. You don't need permission to believe what you feel. The truth isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just a silence that feels wrong, a look that lasts too long, a laugh that doesn't match the eyes, a sentence that sounds scripted. And when someone hits you with one of these 5 questions, know that they aren't searching for clarity. They're hoping you'll shut up. Don't. Because the moment you stop asking questions out of fear of conflict, you surrender your reality to someone else's lies. You abandon your instincts to protect their comfort. The truth doesn't need convincing, only lies do. Trust your gut, protect your peace, and never, ever apologize for seeking clarity in a world full of masks, because the truth may hurt for a moment, but a lie poisons you slowly. Every single day you pretend it doesn't exist. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.